This presentation is a history of Pakistan from 1989 to 1998. There's also a little bit from the end of 1988, just to segue into the year 1989. Following the death of Zia Huk, democracy was restored and many elections took place. These elections marked the return of the People's Party. Benazir Bhutto became the first female prime minister of Pakistan, and most impressively, the first female head of government of a Muslim-dominant country. During the Cold War, Bhutto had allied herself with the U.S. due to a common distrust of communism. However, in 1989, Bhutto ordered a military intervention in Afghanistan, which failed. She then rolled out the 7th five-year plans, which were plans to improve the standard of living and restore the economy. Unfortunately, the economy worsened, and the country became plagued with persistent high inflation combined with high unemployment. On August 6, 1990, her government was accused of corruption and dismissed by the president, Ghulam Ishaq Khan, who exercised his power through the 8th Amendment of the Constitution, which allows the president to unilaterally dissolve the National Assembly and elected governments. In October of 1990, Nawaz Sharif won a decisive election victory. Sharif pursued economic reforms and privatization and instituted Sharia law until 1993. In a turn of events, Sharif, with the help of the former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, ousted Ghulam Khan from the presidency. However, this led to Sharif being forced to relinquish his office. As a result of the 1993 elections, Benazir Bhutto took back power by a small majority vote. She oversaw a tough stance to bring political stability, economic privatization, and attempts to advance women's rights, which with her fiery rhetoric earned her the nickname Iron Lady from her rivals. Once again, however, her government was shamed by events that took place, such as the assassination of her brother Murtaza and a bribery scandal. Many public figures and officials suspected Benazir Bhutto's involvement in the murder of her brother, although there was no proof. She then dismissed her government and exiled herself. Nawaz Sharif became prime minister once again after a 1997 election. In 1997, Sharif went on to build a major highway, the M2 motorway, which cost under $1 billion US. And although completed, the project was seen as a failure, and Sharif faced a lack of investments and approvals for future projects. Because of the lack of funds, he felt pressure to make cuts. One of those economic cuts was the space program. This caused anger in the scientific community, which was suffering already, and led to disapproval. At this time, the economy was in turmoil. In order to fix this issue, on February 1997, Sharif met with the Chinese president to discuss economic cooperation and to promote Chinese investments in Pakistan. This led to trade with China and its allies, and a military cooperation in which they shared technology and support. They are still great allies to this day. Always at odds with India, problems further escalated in 1998 when it was reported that Indian nuclear weapons were being tested. On May 15th of that same year, Sharif put the armed forces on high alert and had troops mobilized at war readiness to the Indian border. Sharif then ordered nuclear testing, which made Pakistan the 7th declared nuclear weapon state and the first in the Muslim world. On May 27th, the day before testing, the ISI, which is Pakistani's intelligence agency, detected Israeli F-16 fighters conducting exercises and received intelligence that they had orders to attack Pakistan's nuclear facilities on behalf of India. Sharif then mobilized troops in preparation for war, which never happened. Although Nawaz Sharif's actions was popular with Pakistan, it resulted in severe repercussions and oppositions of many other countries. Because of the opposition that he received from many countries, including those within the UN, in 1998, India and Pakistan made an agreement recognizing the principle of building an environment of peace and security and resolving all bilateral conflicts.